Mbunge wa Buchosa Eric Shigongo amewakaribisha Marekani na watu wa mataifa mengine nchini Tanzania, akisema Tanzania kuna amani, hakuna vita na pia hakuna njaa. Ndio maana watu kama yeye wananawiri na kwamba Tanzania ni nchi ya kwanza duniani kwa vivutio vizuri vya asili vya utalii. Shigongo amesema hayo akiwa nchini Marekani kwenye National Prayer Breakfast iliyoandaliwa na serikali ya Marekani.
You're welcome to Tanzania. Like she said, it's a very, very peaceful country.
Yes.
I have never witnessed livery. I've never witnessed rebels all my life. It's a very peaceful country. So, Tanzania is a host to so many refugees from different countries neighboring us. If they fight in their country, they run to Tanzania because it's a hub of peace. Right now, we are working very hard to revamp our economy. Very hard. We have made the determination to build our country. As speaking to you, we are middle lower income after working so hard. I give all my praises to all the leadership of the nation, from the first president to the sixth president we have now. We have a huge land. We have about 945,000 square kilometers. The arable land is about 345,000 square kilometers. Agriculture is the backbone. So if anyone wants to come invest in Tanzania in terms of agriculture, you're welcome. Right now we are spending so much money building irrigation schemes all over the country because we are focusing on agriculture as a source of our growth. There's no hunger in Tanzania. You see my body? It's like this. So there's no hunger in my country. We are a happy nation. So maybe it's something you should know. And I wouldn't like to leave this place without saying it, because people maybe they don't know much about Tanzania. Now listen to this. When it comes to tourism industry, Tanzania is the first in Africa in terms of natural destinations. #1 in Africa. That's undeniable. In the world, Tanzania is second, next to Brazil. You can go search the records. Some of you might be shocked that this is the truth. In Africa, we are #1 in terms of natural touristic sites. And in the world, we are #2, next to Brazil. And now, in terms of natural gas, we have natural gas in our country. We are 82nd in the world. In terms of gold, we rank at 22nd in the world. Helium, we are #1. Can you bring your hands together? In terms of diamond, we are 10th in the world. So Tanzania is a good place to go and invest, honestly. Right now we are working very hard to attract foreign direct investments from all over the world. If you come to Tanzania today, we are building. We used not to be an industrial country. Our neighbors Kenya were industrials a long time ago. Right now we are building industries almost everywhere. And in addition to that, electricity in every village. Every village is electrified in my country. You can check the records. In terms of infrastructure, we are networking our country with tarmac roads. Soon after independence, we had only 1,300 kilometers tarmac road. As I'm speaking to you, we have 13,000 towards 14,000 tarmac road all over the country. So we have one of the best infrastructure in East Africa. We are networked. It's easy to trade, and an additional thing, Tanzania, just like any other country in the world, we went through an economic distress, like many other countries. America included, Kenya, South Africa. We suffered following COVID-19 and wars in the Middle East. But right now we are working very hard to bring our economy back. Because soon after COVID-19, our growth rate dropped from 6% to 3%. We have worked hard under President Samia Suluhu Hassan. We are back to 5%. So we are growing. We are going back where we were. Now, I think nothing more than that, apart from welcoming you to Tanzania. A warm welcome. You must be aware that we signed an African Continental Free Trade Agreement. African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Africa is becoming one market, right? For us to trade. Africa must trade with Africa. The Africa intertrade is too low. Now we signed that agreement in the parliament that Africa should trade with Africa. I should trade with Uganda, trade with Nigeria, trade with Zambia, trade with Ethiopia. We are all from different countries here, right? Why should Uganda order rice from Vietnam if there's rice in Tanzania? Why should Tanzania order sugar from Brazil if there's sugar in Uganda? So we signed that agreement so that Africa should trade with Africa. The intra-trade rate in Europe is 59%, but we're only 27%. That's too low. So let's work with each other. Let's join hands with one another. Let's love one another as Africans, and we work together to develop our continent. Thank you so much.